Hi, everyone. My name is Nora. Do you have any weird classmates? For example, the ones who behave strangely or live in their own world. I do, but she's not just a classmate. She's my mother. First, I should tell you what kind of teenager my mom was. She was a dreamer and wanted to become an actress. That's why she dropped out of school in the 10th grade and began to build a career as an actress. Her parents were shocked. They scolded her, set conditions, asked her to return to school, but Mom took a stand. She viewed herself as a Hollywood star and was sure that her beauty would open up all the doors for her. I think you already guessed what happened next. If my mother succeeded, I would be lying in the sun in the Maldives right now instead of telling you this story. Unfortunately, many teenagers burn themselves with their own dreams when they face harsh reality. Mom didn't have any acting skills. She could only smile beautifully for the camera. That's it. She met my dad a little later, and then I was born. She didn't finish school, and it turned out to be the worst test for her because she couldn't get a normal job. For this reason, my father had to support the whole family. The employers were glad to invite her to the interviews when they saw her photo. But as soon as she started talking, everyone knew that she was uneducated. That's how my mom came up with the idea of finishing school. She got all the paperwork done and made sure that she studied in my class. When my mother told me about it, I was even a little happy. Mom and I could be a dream team. I was the most popular girl in my class, and now my coolness could double. There was only one condition. She asked me not to tell anyone that she was my mother. We had different surnames since she didn't change hers after getting married, and she looked like a young girl who wasn't much older than me. I didn't mind. I just wanted my mother to be happy. When she came to school for the first time, it caused a stir. I said that she was my friend from another state. Mom lied to the guys that she was an aspiring actress, and she had to suspend her studies for several years in order to take courses. Fortunately, my classmates believed her. My dream came true. We became the most popular girls in class. I was even glad that my mother went to parties with me. The guys really liked her because she told awesome stories that happened in her life. But a couple of weeks later, my ideal school life began to crumble. We were doing projects in pairs. I had always been paired with my best friend Linda since I was in 5th grade. But that day, she chose my mom, not me. My friend said that she really wanted to work with her. I still tried to come to terms with that and somehow justify Linda's behavior. But then I heard a conversation in the locker room. She discussed my mom with the other classmates. Linda said now they had an improved copy of me in their class. They thought Mom was the coolest girl in class. Of course, family ties mean a lot to me, but it took me years to get my status, and I just couldn't give my status to her like that. I decided to talk to my mom about it, being confident that she would understand me. But I was wrong. I was shocked at my mother's reaction to that conversation. It turned out that she really liked school life as well as hanging out with teenagers. All this time, she missed the laid-back times when she was young and could have fun without thinking about anything serious, and it was real acting for her as well. Mom decided that she was doing a great job playing the role of my peer. That's why she wasn't going to reveal her secret and lose her status. I saw how dear high school life was to her and decided not to ruin it. Moreover, we remained not only a family, but also true friends. But it all lasted until a certain point. I surely shouldn't have forgotten that she was still my mother, not just a classmate. Sometimes I did a lot of stupid things. I skipped classes occasionally, plotting against someone, starting rumors, cheating on tests. When my mother started going to school, I could no longer skip classes and behave the way that I used to. As soon as I did something like cheating on a test or having a fight with someone, my mother got the news right away. She pretended to be my best friend at school, but she started to throw fits at home. Mom controlled every step, checked if I had done my homework, and even started reading my chats with friends. That's why I began to lose my standing among my peers very quickly because my mother scolded me all the time and began to restrict me from a lot of things. For this reason, I spent most of my time at home reading textbooks without a phone because she took it away. But my mom was getting cooler and cooler in the eyes of my peers. She began to say that she was living her own life and was no longer dependent on her parents. The guys listened admiringly to her stories. When she said she had long been able to afford everything, it pissed me off so much that I had to have a serious conversation with her at home. I said that she had gone too far and that she had to go to another school since I was no longer as popular as I used to be because of her. But my mother replied that I should think about my studies instead of status. She didn't want me to take qualifications being an adult like her. And she even calmed me down. I understood that my mother was right and that she behaved in such a way in order not to feel creepy among the teenagers. The next day, I cooled down and forgot about the conversation because I was preparing for the autumn ball at which Caleb and I would surely become the king and queen of the evening. We agreed with him on doing that a year ago. We were second last time, but now we had to shine like superstars. I couldn't even resist and sewed myself a suit in summer. It turned out to be bright and catchy so that there was no way anyone could outshine me. We were really the coolest. Many guys took pictures with us, and even the teachers paid compliments to us. But then my mother appeared in the hall. She was wearing a gorgeous dress which grabbed everyone's attention. She promised that she would act like my shadow at the autumn ball, but then my mother appeared in the hall. She was wearing a gorgeous dress which grabbed everyone's attention. She promised that she would act like my shadow at the autumn ball, but it turned out the other way around. It wasn't fair. Anyway, she shouldn't have matched against teenagers in regards to beauty. I went up to her and said that if she didn't leave, her secret would be revealed. My mom sadly replied that she really wanted to stay because she had never managed to become the queen of the ball when she had been young. She missed everything, and now she wanted to experience that feeling at least once. But I had no time for slaps. I was raging and already thinking of the best way to say that this friend was actually my mother. I imagined how shocked the guys would be and how I would become the most popular girl again. But I couldn't come up with an idea quickly, and because of this, she and Caleb became the king and queen of the ball. I had already squeezed into the crowd of guys to tell them the truth, but suddenly I noticed my mother was crying. Those were tears of joy because she had made her little dream come true. Suddenly, I felt a little ashamed of my thoughts. I had been the most popular girl for a few years now, and I still had college ahead, but my mom couldn't experience that because of her juvenile follies. I didn't say anything to anyone and danced with my mother the whole evening, but soon she got tired and suddenly told me that she had already experienced everything she wanted. And now she decided to devote herself completely to the textbooks and tests. After the ball, my mother was very quiet at school. She gradually lost her popularity, and she didn't get upset because of this. Since she set up other priorities, I followed her lead and began to devote more time to studies than plots and gossip. How would you feel if your mother studied in your class? Give your answers in the comments, like the video, and share it with your friends.